Hello. Hello. It is Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's been a minute. Hello, everyone. Hello, Boo. Hello, Gray. Hello. Welcome in. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. So yeah, I took a very long weekend and I decided to take yesterday off, even though so for context, we went to the lake this weekend. We joined up with my in-laws on Saturday to spend the night at the lake and go camping and all the fun stuff. And oh man, do I've got stories for you guys. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we took Friday off because I needed to run some errands before going and get prepared. And then I took yesterday off because the weekend was exhausting. And there was no way I could reliably stream for yesterday. I needed to rest. But here we are. And also, it's a Mario Party stream. We're just gonna hang out and talk and do everything, and everything's gonna be all hunky-dory because why wouldn't it be? Over in Spaceland. Who did I play? I was Luigi last time, I think. I was Sheriff Luigi, right? Space Princess. The original Space Princess. Huh, yeah, Peachy! Maybe I'll go insane this time. Mario, Wario. We'll have Luigi sit out this time. I just know DK is not allowed. He has gotten himself banned in Mario Party 2 and 3. DK is just that rough as an AI. The only time I'll ever play as DK is if my husband is playing. Bonus is on because it's not Mario Party without bonuses. And here we go. Let's go! Hope you're doing good. I am. I feel rested. I'm good to go. And oh man, the lake. So, to kind of preface, my in-laws, my mother-in-law and father-in-law, as well as my sister-in-law and her daughter, my niece, they all went up there to the lake, Friday. Because my mother-in-law had reserved a spot at this lake, the campgrounds, from 2 p.m. on Friday to 2 p.m. on Sunday. So they had their specific spot for a few days, and, everything was gonna be great. So they get up there, everything's all good, whatever. My in-laws pull the camper, and my sister-in-law is pulling the boat, because my in-laws have a boat. And this is before me and my husband enter the picture, because we don't get up there till Saturday. So, hello, DA. Hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Alright, so when my in-laws are up there, my in-laws and my sister-in-law are up there, they decided to take the boat out for a spin. Nothing out of the ordinary. The lake is like real huge. It's real big. The water is so big, open space. And with the boat dock, you got, back your trailer all the way in to get the boat in the water and everything. Like that's normal. But what they didn't know, because this was the first time they were camping at this place, what they didn't know was that the boat dock, one of the sides has this little dip off. The concrete's kind of broken off, apparently. And again, my family didn't know that. My sister-in-law was backing the boat in with her car, and again, didn't know that, so they just kept going, and then go completely off of the ramp. She drove completely off of the ramp And oh my god, it was awful. They had to pull her out, and there was water all over the back seat, and oh, it was, again, this is just by proxy, it's just from what I heard. It was, oh my god, I think they used like a ski rope to pull her out of the boat dock to get the boat in there. So after that, what they did was they brought the car back to the campsite, and they got the pickup, because my mother-in-law and my father-in-law have a pickup, so they used that for the boat from then on. And so there's mishap number one. No. Keep my money. And then, at some point during, Friday or Saturday morning, I don't remember exactly, then later, something with, like, hooking up the boat trailer to the pickup, there was some kind of mishap happening there, and, at one point, it got, like, backed in, and the trailer popped up, and it, like, pierced the tailgate on my in-laws' pickup. So there's a pretty good, like, little opening. That's just kind of definitely something stabbed through. And then the next day at like 4 in the morning, my sister-in-law apparently fell out of bed and needed help getting up. So that was great, because my niece had to go, because my sister-in-law and my niece were in a tent, on an air mattress in a tent, and my in-laws were in the camper. So my niece had to go get my in-laws to help her mom. So, but my sister-in-law had to leave. My sister-in-law had to leave because she didn't have anyone to like watch her dogs or something. I don't know like the entire details. But she had to leave early, and my niece stayed with my in-laws, which are, you know, her grandparents. So, and then we get up there at about 2 something maybe, was when we get up there. So we get there, everything's great, and we decide, like, all right, let's go take the boat out on the water, go tubing a little bit, because, you know, we're here, so my niece can go tubing, Allie could, Riley just stayed in the boat the entire time. Hold on, I need to change that to fast every turn, just in case something happens. Alright, great. So we all go out to the water, and we hook the boat up to, our pickup, because that was kind of the plan. My sister-in-law brings the boat up there, she leaves, we take the boat back. Not a problem. Not a problem whatsoever. So, we hook up to the boat, and, well, for one, nope. You must. Either Wario has it or I have it. I must have it. Oh! I had it! No! Give me that back. No! Okay, good. It cut it off. Nice. Alright, so yeah, we hook to the boat, and then we go to, you know, the boat dock and everything. And then, you know, there's lots of squabbles happening, because, like, sometimes there's no communication for things, and, like, we don't know how far the boat dock went, but, like, that's, you know, normal stuff there. And, we get the boat into the water, everything's cool, right? We get the boat into the water, we pull out, we park the pickup, we go out to the boat, get our life jackets on, everything's great. We get out into the water, we get the tubes out, And me, my niece, and Allie were on it because they got a big 3-person tube for stuff like that. And, you know, everything's great. It was all fun. And then we after a while, we kind of took a spill into the water. But again, we all have life jackets on, so we're all good, except Allie's freaking out because she's not much of a daredevil, which is totally fine. She's not like super duper adventurous. Again, it's whatever. Some people aren't, you know? Like, I'm sure I would have been freaking out as a kid when I was that age. I was like, she's freaking out. We're trying to console her. We're trying to calm her down. It's like, all right, you're done for now. And then we get her back to the boat, and me and my niece go back on the tube. And then everything's great. We're having a fun time. And then the boat starts slowing down. It's like, uh-oh, the boat's slowing down. Like, what's going on? Is something happening? Is there a problem? Do we need to like go back in? Like, what's going on? And so they pull me and my niece in. They pull us in, and my father-in-law is trying to get the boat going, and come to find out, it ran out of gas, and we are way out there in the middle of the water. We are way out there. So it's like, oh shit. So like we're just stranded out there, you know, with no gas. Just no gas in the middle of the water. And it was discussed. Apparently, it was my father-in-law's responsibility to fill the boat up with gas, and that was something that definitely should have been taken care of before going out into the water again. So that had happened, and so that was cool. So we flagged another boat down, and it's like, hey, we're out of gas, could you pull us to the dock? And this group of really nice people stopped by, helped us out, gave us a ski rope kind of, and towed us back to the dock, which was so nice of them. And then I say we, it was me, my husband, and my mother-in-law, and Riley in tow. We didn't want her out in the boat by herself. We went out, and we got back to the campsite so my mother-in-law could get gas tank. So, and there was like a couple of gallons of gas in the gas can that they had. So they were gonna get that, come back, fill the boat up a little bit, and then go back and like get more gas. So, and got just enough gas in it to, you know, to get it to move a little bit. And so, I mean, either way, I'm at a better spot than I was before, so, so we do all that, and we double check everything and make sure, you know, everything is good to go. So then, my husband with the pickup, we back the trailer in, we pick up the boat, we hook it back up, and then we go back to our campsite, because, like, we're all exhausted, because we were quite a ways away from the dock. We went out pretty far. Oh, also, while we were tubing, we saw this, like, dead catfish floating on the water. It was a big one, too. It was crazy. It was pretty crazy. And then that was, like, right before we ran out of gas, so I think it really was the ghost of the catfish that haunted us and made us run out of gas. That's my theory anyway. So we do all that, and then we go back to our campsite because we're all exhausted, we're all tired. It's like, we need to eat because it's almost like 4 p.m. So we're back at the campsite. We're just kind of hanging out for a little bit. And then we get supper going, and you know, and then everything kind of is chill for the most part. But this campsite has a little pond. A little pond just for the kids and the elderly and disabled. Which it's a cute little pond where, like, you know, the kids can go fishing and everything. So we took the kids up there to teach them how to fish, or like, you know, and get them fishing. And it was getting late. Kids were getting crabby. The later it went on, the worse it got, because just the kids were getting so restless. Ooh, God. Where am I going? No, what? I hit the side of it, bruh. So, yeah, but the longer it went on, because the kids are getting tired, everyone's getting, you know, exhausted, tired, especially the kids. So, you know, and then we're like, all right, let's pack it up, let's go back, and let's get ready for bed. So we're all scrambling to get back and get ready for bed. And also, I got gypped out of s'mores again, because there was a plan for s'mores, but then, like, couldn't find any other graham crackers. And then, by the time we really thought about it, it was late, everyone was tired and cranky. So it's like, all right, let's just all get ready for bed and everything. And then later there was a situation that happened that got resolved, but it was like, you know, it added to everyone's crankiness overall. And, and so we all bunked into the camper, which was pretty crowded. We had my in-laws over in one of the beds, me and my husband in another one of the beds on the opposite ends of the camper, and then there was a spot where we can lay down a bed, and all three of, you know, my niece, Allie, and Riley, all three of them slept in, like, a very tiny area, and Allie ended up on the floor. So, there's that. And then we had a game plan because, like, the actual fishing pond at the campsite was closed. So we're like, all right. So we're like, all right. So on our way back, since it's on our way home, we'll stop by this other lake and go fishing there for a little bit. So that way we can all get some fishing in and, you know, spend a little time there and then be all hunky-dory. So that was our game plan. We wake up early, we tear it all down, and then we leave early, we get to the other lake, go fishing for a little bit, then go home and be on our merry way. That was the original plan. So we all wake up at like 5 a.m. Like 5, 6 a.m., you know, we all wake up early, we get a little bit of breakfast in, and then we start tearing it all down, which took quite a while, and we left the campsite at just before 10 a.m., I think. And then we stopped by the nearest town to, like, get gas and get some snacks and drinks for the road, and then we're all good. So everything's cool, we do that. We stopped by the other lake, go fishing for a little bit, didn't catch anything, but the worst part was when we all packed up to leave, there was a fish that jumped out of the water right where Allie had her stuff at. Like, right where she was fishing at, right at the end, there was a big old fish that popped up, jumped out of the water right there as we were leaving. It's like, are you serious? You knew we were there? You didn't want anything we were giving out to you guys? Like, really? Come on, that would have been so awesome. But, like, it was fine. It was nice to just kind of chill and hang out for a little bit. And so, we're on our way home. We get out, we head to the highway. About 15, 20 minutes later, maybe not even that. But like about 10-15 minutes later, probably. Cause we're following my in-laws. Cause the in-laws are pulling their camper, we're pulling their boat. And we're following behind them. And so as we're following them, we notice they're slowing down. And they pulled over. They pulled over in this little dirt road here. They pull over. And we're like, what? Like, what? What are they doing? Like, what's going on? This is kind of odd. So we pull over right behind them, and husband gets out, you know, figures out what's going on, and comes back to me, and I ask, like, what's going on? What's happening? And he says, they have a flat tire. So, that was cool. So, my husband and his dad are attempting to change the tire, which, you know, it happens out there on the road. If you know how to change a tire, you know, it's whatever. But, like, for one, it's hot outside. So, it's exhausting just even taking a few steps outside. But they're trying literally everything and cannot get this tire off. They cannot. They're doing literally everything. Even as to call it out here, a BFH. Not even a BFH can take this tire off. And if you don't know what a BFH is, it's a big fucking hammer. So, yeah, not even a big old fucking hammer could take that tire off. It was, like, stuck on there. It's insane. So, with that situation happening, we decided we were going to drop the boat trailer right where they are, go into the nearest town, which was like 40 minutes away, go get a tire plug kit, come back, fix the tire just enough to get them home, and leave and be on our way. So yep, we dropped the boat trailer, we went to the nearest town, and luckily Walmart was like right outside of town, like in the part of town we entered at, so we didn't have to go like into town. I probably should have gone the other way. No, it's fine. So yeah, we didn't have to go like into town to get the kit. So we just like went to Walmart, went in. I took the girls to the bathroom because it'd been a minute since we all went to the bathroom, so we did that. And husband went to get the kit, and by the time we were all done in the bathroom, he's done, paid for, got us some extra drinks, and back out of the road, back to his in-laws. So we get back out there. He hooks up to the trailer, to the boat trailer, just so he doesn't forget. And they fix the tire just enough. They fix it, they air it, they put the plug in, they air it up just enough. Just enough so they can get home. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And they air it up just enough to get them back home. And we did it. They got home, and then we got home half an hour later, because like I think the original plan without all these mishaps on the way home was to just kind of hang out at his parents' house and do s'mores there, because I heard something, because I mentioned it, and they're like, yeah, I think the plan is to do s'mores at, you know, mom and dad's house, is what my husband said. Which, you know, believed him. It's like, all right, but then all the mishaps happened. Like, the entire weekend was essentially Murphy's Law. If anything can go wrong, it will. And everything went wrong. Like the whole weekend was that one backyardigan sound, and nothing will go wrong. Oh no, it all went wrong. That was the whole weekend. But yeah, by the time we got to his parents' house, because we were like half an hour further than his parents. So we got there, we dropped the boat trailer, and his parents are like, we're just gonna order pizza. And we're like, you know what? That sounds good. So we came back home, we unloaded our stuff, ordered pizza, ate supper, and put the girls to bed. It was like, okay, again, so we left at like almost 10, right? And it's like just about 3 hours, roughly 3 hours to the lake we went to. Not gonna, give away my location or anything, but like it's roughly 3 hours to this lake. And we left at almost 10. We stopped and fished for an hour, so you'd think about 4 hours. So let's count it out. So about 10 a.m., 4 hours, 11, 12, 1, 2. 2 o'clock, right? 2, maybe 3 o'clock. So with the time we stopped at, and everything, we probably should have gotten home at like, 2, 3, maybe 4 o'clock. We got home. Me and my husband got home and walked in our door at like 6:30 p.m. 6:30 p.m. and we left at like 10. So, yeah, it's like, yeah, let's order pizza. So we ordered pizza, we all ate, girls went to bed, and they were asleep within 10 minutes by the time they went to sleep. Or by the time they laid in bed and went to sleep, it was like not even 10 minutes. Everyone was exhausted. Oh, but it doesn't stop there. It does not stop there. We had a little mishap yesterday, too. Because I think about Wednesday or Thursday, my husband had decided that he was going to take Monday off. Because we figured, we figured that by the time we get home from the lake, we're going to be exhausted. Let's just take the day Monday to recuperate. So that way he's not, coming home on Sunday and having to turn around and get up at like 1 a.m. Because that wouldn't be very fun. So we took the day to recuperate. And about noon, a little after noon, I think, he gets word that he may have to go out to work later in the afternoon. And it's like, what the heck is happening? So we had a little scare there. we had a little terror there. And it's like, we're freaking out. He's like, I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna see if I can find some information. His boss is trying to keep him on his day off. Like, he's trying to give him his day off. That's what he's trying to do. I need to go down, don't I? I do. So it's like, it's just a whole slew of things. And I also had to go run an errand to out of town for a couple of reasons. I had forgotten something on Friday in my grocery shopping adventure, and it was 100% my fault for forgetting. But we're like, we'll just go back on Monday after we come back from the lake, and we can just take care of it, because it's just a real quick, one stop in the town. That's all we really needed. So, but on the way, I can drop off the remaining stuff, because we didn't, like, unpack anything, because we had a lot of my in-laws' stuff. Because we dropped the boat, but we kept, like, because we put, like, the life jackets and stuff, in the bed of the pickup, but we kept those. So it's like, I'm just gonna go up there, drop that stuff off, go run the errand, and come back. That'll be it. And then it's like, it was a whole scramble. But later, on my way over there, husband calls me, and he's like, well, I don't have to go to work today. And it's like, you know what? awesome. Awesome you don't have to go to work, because that was crazy. It was crazy. So I get back home from my errand, and about like a little after 4 p.m. and then we just kind of hung out for the rest of the afternoon and evening, watched Raw, and that was it. Now he's back to work and I'm here streaming, and everything should be back to normal. What a freaking weekend that we had. I mean, all in all, it was pretty fun. It was nice to kind of get away for a little bit, despite all the mishaps. I will tell you now, I am not built for the outdoors. And it's like, going and spending a day at the lake, not a big deal, but like the camping, the spending the night part, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm not an outdoors girl. I'm not an outdoors girly. I'm sorry. I can't handle, like, out in a tent or a camper. Like, if it was like a good, and it's like the camper that my in-laws had was fine. You know, they made what they had work. But like, they don't have like a big ol' RV, big ol' fancy RV like some of these other people that were at the lake had. And like, it would be really nice. But also it's maybe for next time, maybe like get some money saved up and like actually like rent a cabin. Cause like I know it's a little bit more expensive, but I feel like it would be so worth it if one becomes available. But I'm sure they all go so quickly whenever, that's not what I wanted. What item do you have? You have a mushroom. So... Man, crazy weekend. But yeah, oh, I'm not in the way. Mario lost all his money. Woo! Nice. So that was my weekend. How's everyone else's weekends? How's everyone doing? Just kind of laid it on thick with my weekend, but it's like I wanted to get that out of the way first because that's just so fresh in my mind. Again, it's like I don't mind spending a day, but like I don't know if I can really like, you know, pitch a tent or go in like an old camper. I just don't know if that life is not for me. Just not for me. So then I go in the shuttle room, doing great. Awesome. Awesome. Home from the gym? Welcome home, Blue. I like just finished telling the story of the lake in the entire weekend. Because like I told you a little bit about the lake and the running out of gas, at least the boat running out of gas, but there was way more to it. Oh man. I mean, I did tell you about the way home yesterday, Sunday. But like, man, because there were already like several mishaps before me and my husband even got there on Saturday. Because my sister-in-law almost put her car in the water. She did put her car in the water, actually. She had to get towed out. My in-laws pierced their tailgate with the boat trailer. My sister-in-law fell out of bed at like 4 in the morning. Then we get there, and then the boat runs out of gas in the middle of the open water. We had to get towed back to the dock. What else was there? The evening, we went fishing, and the kids were getting super crabby and antsy, and Allie and her cousins started arguing a lot, so it's like, nope, you're done. Then we go back, and getting everyone to bed was a situation. For several different reasons that I can't really say out loud. Because it's very private information, but, so that was fun, cramming everyone into, a little camper. So, that was that. Pasta's doing okay. Even though I am very sore. No! Boo. I'm very sore. My shoulders hurt. There's a bruise kind of by my armpit. And there is a bruise on my butt. But I do think it's from the tubing from Saturday. I think it's mostly from that. Because that's the only real explanation I can think of that would explain bruises in those arbitrary locations. Because we did get bucked off, and we went into the water once. Because, I don't remember how exactly it happened, but I knew, we got going, and it was me, Allie, and my niece. All three of us were on there, and the front of the tube kind of dipped in, and I saw that, and I'm like, hey guys, pull back so we can get the front of the tube out of the water. But, somebody didn't listen to me. I don't know. It all happened so fast. And we all got, bucked off the front. I almost got tangled in the rope. That was fun. That was fun. And then I pop out of the water. And, best viewers, excuse me. What the hell is this username? What the hell? Blue, are you there? Be gone! Did you see that username too? That's an insane username. That is literally an insane username. Crazy work. But yeah, we got bucked off the tube. Allie starts panicking, and a lot of it is like, she's not super adventurous, she's not extremely brave, which is totally fine. You know, totally fine. Everyone's different. Not everyone's a daredevil. But like, we're trying, me and my niece, because like my niece is a complete opposite. She's a daredevil. She will like do literally anything once. Like, she is just crazy, super adventurous, very outdoorsy. Very outdoorsy. But again, they're two completely different people. So we're trying to do our best to make sure Allie stays calm, because she'd never been in a situation like this before, where she's just kind of out in the water, her feet can't touch the bottom, she's just in a life jacket, which again, totally understandable. You know, when I was her age, I would probably be freaking out too a little bit before, you know, get calm and just, you know, whatever. So there was that, and then crazy times. And then the boat runs out of gas. Had to get towed back to the dock. Oh, it's crazy. And I still missed out on s'mores again. I want to get my s'mores, dang it. I don't know what I gotta do to get these s'mores. What do I have to do? Because we missed them on the 4th of July. We didn't have them on the 4th of July. There was a plan to make s'mores on this camping trip, and it didn't happen. It just did not happen. Oh, it's getting like, we were gonna have them Saturday night when we got back, but it was like, everyone's tired, everyone was cranky. So it's like, all right, fine. We'll do them when we get to my in-laws' house. There is a fly around here that is super duper irritating, and I do have a fly swatter with me. So we're like, all right, so for the night, we're like, all right, in the morning, we're gonna pack up real early, and we're gonna go, and we're gonna stop by this lake, stay there, go fishing, that's it, and then go home. Then when we get to the in-laws' house, then we can do we hang out for a little bit, do s'mores there, everything will be great. But then it took a very long time to get home because of more mishaps, flat tire shenanigans. So we were all exhausted and tired when we all got home. So we did not have s'mores, and I am very sad. I am very sad. Have s'mores with me! Oh, I would love that so much. We can roast marshmallows as we burn at the stake. I'm not gonna add any more context to that conversation. But I thought of that, that's so funny. Does Blue have any s'mores? Yeah, sure, whatever. Blue, give me s'mores. No, s'mores. Toast marshmallows over our corpses. Speaking of corpses, I went back and made a clip of this because it's so funny to me, and I'm still not over this. So, last week on Wednesday, I started Banjo-Tooie on Wednesday, and so far I'm having fun with it. But like the beginning, I'm not emotionally over it because like, what do you mean Bottles just dies? What do you mean by that? Like, at the beginning of the game, they're like, alright, we're just gonna kill him. And it's like, what the hell? You expect me to just be cool with this? What do you mean? The heck do you mean Bottles is dead? I will never get over that. I will never. It's like, what the heck do you mean? You're just gonna kill Bottles like that? If you've never played Banjo-Tooie, I apologize. Ooh, that was close. But yeah, Tooie's fun so far. And I also watched a video earlier today of this guy playing through Banjo-Kazooie, and apparently there's like this website you can go to that's got like different achievements for like older N64 games or just like retro games in general. They've got like achievements. So I'm like, oh, that's kind of neat. So instead of like the achievements for like the Xbox version of Banjo-Kazooie, there's like 60 different achievements for like various different things. So which was pretty neat. There's one of going through the entire game without getting any health upgrades, which is crazy. There's one of getting all of the Mumbo tokens, all of the 1-ups. Yeah, it's crazy. And also, I learned something. You know, in Treasure Trove Cove, there's a Snacker, right? Snacker the shark. Apparently, I might blow someone's mind with this. Apparently, you can kill him if you line it up just right. If you line it up just right, you can kill him with eggs. Oh no! What the hell? I was trying to get this stupid thing. Oh, it's fine. So, yeah. Apparently you can kill Snacker, and that just like blew my mind. It's like, what? You can kill him? Because man, whenever you get into the water and you hear the dun 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 dun, oh, terrifying, absolutely terrifying. But apparently you can just kill him. Crazy, crazy stuff. So that's been my experiences over the last few days. Haven't really been on the internet much over the weekend. It's kind of by design too. Whee! Because like if you're gonna go out to the lake, you know, that's kind of a go out, touch grass, you know, because there's a lot of people that need to go out and touch grass. But yes, I went out and I touched grass. I touched lake water, dove right into the lake water. And man, crazy. But it was fun. It was fun. Despite all the mishaps that happened over the weekend, it was pretty fun. It's like, it's nice to get away for a little bit, but it's also nice to be home. It is also nice to be home. Also, yesterday, I got a call, and it's like, I should have expected this, but, yeah, I have to, for preschool enrollment, you gotta go to, like, the central office for the schools, and you have to fill out a form for preschool enrollment, specifically. So it's like, alright, fine. Because I got a phone call, and I barely missed it, but I got the voicemail, and they're like, hey, we saw you enrolled, online for preschool, and we do it a little differently. But it's like, if you need people to show up and get forms, why let you enroll online for preschool? Why would you let them do that? That doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you allow online enrollment for preschool when you do it differently? When you need, like, paper form? Like, dude, what the hell? There should be like a thing. It's like, hey, if you want to enroll your child in preschool, stop by this address at the central office and pick up a preschool application today. But no, they just let you full on enroll them online. They hate you specifically. They do. They do. But then it's like, I stopped by there, picked up a form, filled it out, and put it there. I dropped it off, and if they need anything from me, they can call me. Which, they might, because, they will need, like, immunization records and a birth certificate. Which is, you know, normal for, preschool enrollment and stuff. And it's like, it's one of those where I should have expected a little different, because I remember having to do that when enrolling Allie for preschool! Mario, you bitch, you camped out. Don't do that. So, and it's like, whatever. But they're also like, we have limited spots. But also, I remember enrolling Allie for preschool in, like, early August. And she got in just fine. But on that paper form, it did list, like, do you have a preference on AM or PM at the very top of the paper? And they're like, we'll try to honor preferences, but, like, there's no guarantees, which is totally fine. You know, so I marked a preference for, I have skeleton key, okay. I marked a preference for the AM, because AM is like 8 something to 11:30. It ends at 11:30, which works perfectly with stream schedule. So, so that'll work perfect if Riley ends up in the AM. And plus, she's very active in the morning anyway. So, AM would be perfect for her. But, I mean, it's wherever the chips fall. So. But also I noticed when enrolling, and I'm like, this wasn't a thing when Allie was in preschool, like 6 years ago. Apparently they have like full breakfast for AM preschool and like full lunch for afternoon preschool. And I'm like, that was never a thing when Allie was in preschool. Because, I mean, they had their snack you know, in the middle of the class, but that was it. You know, they had to eat breakfast before and eat lunch before the PM, you know? But now it's like, oh, the preschool kids can go eat breakfast with like big kids? That just seems so odd to me. But like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Because I was asked, like, do you qualify for free or reduced lunches? I'm like, no. Because, while government assistance is cool, sometimes it's not. Because here's an example of cool government assistance. Both of my girls are on state medical insurance, which, I mean, with how much my husband makes, we pay $30 a month for both of them. Which is cool. $30 for not paying a damn thing at doctor's appointments and stuff. And like, you know, free medication and shit. I'm cool with $30 a month for that. Totally cool with that. And like, you know, if we need to go to the doctor for anything, we don't have to pay anything up front for the girls, which is great. That is awesome for state insurance. Where government sucks is, we don't qualify for like government assistance programs because my husband makes too much money. But it's like, we don't make enough to like reliably pay for all of the lunches up front because it's expensive. Like, it's expensive to like pay for your kids' like school lunches. It gets expensive. But it's like, we don't make enough to reliably pay for that. But we make too much to qualify for free or reduced lunches. And it's like, damn, government, you really can't throw us a bone. But also, it's like, I'm cool with like our tax dollars going to pay for school lunches for kids. I am 100% cool with that, but no. Our tax dollars go somewhere else. How much are the lunches? If I remember right, it runs about, it's like $1 something for breakfast and like $2 and something for lunches. And if you have a child that loves eating breakfast at school like I do, you're running about like $5 a day for them to eat. So $5 a day, 5 days a week, that's $25 a week. But like, it all adds up pretty quick. It adds up pretty quickly. I mean, that's last I knew, but like, a good rough estimate's like $5 a day. And like, $5 a day, $25 a week, it all adds up. So, and especially now that we're gonna have 2 kids, I would imagine I'll just have Riley eat breakfast at home for preschool and then kind of go from there. But yeah, it's like, I remember filling out the form when Allie was like in kindergarten and we were told he made too much. And that was 5 years ago. That was 5 years ago. And he's making roughly the same. He's making a little bit more than he did 5 years ago. So there's no way we would even be able to qualify if he didn't make a whole lot when we first applied, but he makes more now. And it's like, even in kindergarten, I think I reapplied in like first grade, like after Riley was born, and I, you know, put her down, it's like, hey, we have 2 children, you know, because you have to put down the number of children you have, number of people in your household. And they're like, no, sorry, can't help you. And it's like, fuck you guys. Fuck the government. Anyway. That's my rant on, like, school stuff. I didn't even touch it once. There we go. Okay, so it defaults to Mario. Nice. But yeah, like, government can be cool. Government assistance can be cool. But, in other ways, government sucks. So, I very vividly remember having a snack time in preschool. We ate goldfish. Like, preschool now is like kindergarten when I was in school. Because kindergarten used to be AM, PM, and we had a snack in the middle of, school time. So, that's how I remember it. But now, like, preschool is like kindergarten, and kindergarten's like first grade. So it's like, what the heck? Because kindergarten's all day, and it's like, you're gonna stick a bunch of 5, 6-year-olds and make them go to school literally all day long? It's like, dude, what are we doing? That's like, I can't control how the school system works. I'm just at the mercy of the educational system. I'm just at their mercy. Yeah. Steal it back. Steal it back. Dun, 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 dun. So if I get on Gian because he spends $5 a day on snacks and food at work. Yeah. And it's like with my husband over the road, and it's like we pull cash out, so he has cash and he's not like using money out of the bank, but like a lot of it goes pretty quickly, you know, like a lot of little things add up, and it's like sometimes you don't even think about it. Like you wouldn't even think that like the little stuff adds up as much as it does. But I also remember he used to, like years and years ago, he used to run up to this town all the time that had a Qdoba. And like damn near every time he stopped by there, he always got like a $10 burrito. And it's like, dude, you're spending $10 on a burrito? I'm sure it's closer to like 15 now with inflation, but but he did go there recently because he hadn't been there in a long time, and he did get his burrito. I know he really, really likes it. But yeah, $10 for a burrito like every day was insane. Was insane back then. Hello, Del Toro. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. And hello, Dustin. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Not a big fan of the government. Ah. Alright. Are we ready to hear some genuine rage? Oh. I could have kept going, but I got too scared. That's a rage hype. That one wasn't as bad as some of the other sneak and snores I have done, especially recently. That one wasn't as bad. I probably could have won that, but I got too chicken. I chickened out. I'm a coward. But sneak and snore still sucks. It's still the worst minigame in existence. It should never exist. It should have never been brought back to Mario Party Superstars. It should have never done that. I mean, I would love to get rid of my skeleton key. I have 9 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 happening. Ooh. We are on patrol. Let's do it, actually. I'm a daredevil. You got mail today? Nice. I haven't checked my mail in a while. I mean, we've also been gone all weekend, and, I don't know, for a while, the mail, has been kind of crazy, because apparently in my town, there's a shortage on, delivery guys, and there were, like, 2 people working the entire route of our town, and, like, yeah, we're a small town, but we're not, like, a small town, you know, like, you need, like, I would say 4 guys minimum, you know, to run an efficient route or something. I don't know how it all works, but like, yeah, there were like 2 guys working like the entirety of the town. And there were several times where I got mail at like 7 p.m. And it's like, Okay, cool. Goku beanie hat, nice. Nice. There's a huge shortage of USPS workers right now. Yeah, it's so crazy. I mean, I would rather have, you know, my mail kind of show up a little later in the day than not show up at all, because I don't know who all would remember this in particular, but a couple years ago, it started in December of 23 and then kind of bled into like the beginning of 2024. The post office saga, anyone remember that? Anyone been here long enough to remember the post office saga? Oh, dang it. Today Workion has to stay late because it's someone's day off and they just didn't schedule anyone to cover that route, so Kion has to do it. Last package at 8:30 last night. Oh, damn. But yeah, TLDR on the post office saga. Sometime in December, I get a phone call from our car insurance company. And they said, hey, did you change your address? We got some mail returned to us saying there's no mail receptacle. And we're like, what? Like, W-U-T, what? It's like, we have a mailbox literally right outside our door. We did not move. Our address is still the same. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. And, you know, I'm like, I can go pick up the letter. You know, I can go to your office and pick it up, you know, and to make sure we get it. So I take it, I grab it, and I take it to the post office. And I tell them straight up, like, hey, we never moved. There is a mailbox right outside our house. I have photographic evidence, if you want, that there is a mail receptacle right outside of our door. Matches our address exactly. And, like, we kept... And they're like, okay, we'll do something about it. So... You're firing at me. Nope. Haha. Okay. So, you know, I take it to the post office. They're like, all right, we'll have it down, you know. And then, like, later, we just haven't been getting any mail, period, at all. Like, maybe a thing or two here and there, but, like, we have hardly been getting any mail. And it's, like, been a month since that first little incident. So we go back to the post office, and, like, we even talked to the postmaster, like, twice throughout this whole thing. And it's like, hey, and, like, I've been getting phone calls. I got a phone call from our bank saying, like, hey, we mailed something out to you, and it got returned to us saying there's no mail receptacle. Like, are you still at this address? I'm like, yes, we are still at this address. We never moved. We absolutely never moved. So I had to go up to the post office again and try to sort it out. And then, like, maybe after, like, the third time we went up there, like, after the third time we went up there, it finally started getting mail again. So my theory as to what possibly could have happened, because this happens quite a bit. So our apartment, there's 6 apartments at our little, very small complex. And every single one of the apartments has a mailbox right outside the door except for one of them, and that is that's our neighbor directly next to us. They do not have a mailbox right outside their door. Whatever, I think he has a P.O. box. And he's lived here a very long time, so they probably put in the mailboxes after he'd been here, but he already had a P.O. box, so he didn't need it on his. Which is, you know, whatever. But a lot of the time, and he used to live in the one that we're in right now. So sometimes we still get mail from him. But then there's other times where it's like, oh, we get his mail sometimes, and it's like, oh, we deliver it to him. You know, it's like, hey, we got your mail. You know, it's whatever. But, I think what happened, my theory as to what happened and why our mail was getting sent back for quote-unquote no mail receptacle was it was probably a new guy who didn't even bother trying to read the numbers above the door. Cause like, yeah, the numbers above our doors are like painted the same color, but you can see the fucking numbers on top of the door of our address number. We could probably didn't even bother seeing and thought our neighbor was our door and saw that there was no mailbox outside. It's like, oh, no mailbox. Guess can't deliver this mail. So I bet you from the several times we visited the post office throughout all that, somebody must have gotten fired, I would imagine. Because like at least 3 different trips and talked to the postmaster twice. And now it's a whole different thing with the shortage and getting mail late. And it's like, man, we haven't gotten mail this late since like COVID times. Jenner Mammoth got fired for screwing around 9 times, got ported around, dang. But yeah, it's like, Oh, I paused for a second. That was not very good. So yeah, that was the post office saga. What a time. What a time. Yeah, I got like several calls from different places asking if we had moved because they got mail returned to them. And it's like, no, we didn't. We just have an incompetent postman. Because there's one guy who's been delivering mail for long time. He's the nicest. I see him every so often. He's so nice, always says hi. And he's like the nicest guy. He's like the one competent guy, like for sure. It's over there, right? Yeah. I mean, I could try and get some money back. What's the worst that's gonna happen to me? So... yeah, it was crazy. Post office saga was crazy. Oh! Oh! I didn't realize that. That's funny. That is so funny, actually. 10 coins per player. It's 13! It's so funny. That's so funny. Famous last words. I know. Like, yeah, what's the worst that's gonna happen to me? Literally everything. That fly is like right by my head. I hear it. It can't get into my ear because of my headphones. It is like right by me though. It's buzzing like crazy. There's always like one freaking fly. That is the bane of everyone's existence. But also like these flies also know when you have a fly swatter in your hand, because when you have a fly swatter in your hand, they leave you alone. And it's like, dude, of course, the one person that already has money doesn't need to fucking win. He just got his money back. The heck? Chat gnat. It's not a gnat, it's a whole fly. It's a whole fucking fly. Fired from job you screwed around. I mean, that'll do it. I mean, that's how you get fired. I mean, there are people out there that will continue to screw around. They will continue to fuck around, but they will never find out because they will keep their jobs because they're the cheap labor. But then there are people who do everything they can, never get raises, and just get fired for stupid reasons. I do remember when Vegito and I first met, and we became friends, and we were hanging out at this frozen yogurt place, this frozen yogurt shop, and the gal working was like, yeah, we're hiring, and he applied as a joke and got the job. So he worked at a frozen yogurt shop for March, April, May, June, for like 3 months. He worked there for 3 months and got fired for a stupid reason. The boss hated him for whatever reason. Because, apparently he was being quote-unquote rude to customers when he was not. So I've seen him work. He's usually pretty nice. He's just doing his job. You know? It's probably because he's intimidating. He can definitely come off as intimidating, for sure. But, like, he's not a mean guy. You know, if he's doing his job, he's doing his job. Dang it. So, yeah. And he got fired for a stupid reason. So, Limbos, hello, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. There's our question of the day. Any funny camping stories? Because, man, my entire weekend is a whole funny camping story. My wife, one of your many wives. How many wives do you have? You have so many, it's crazy. I already have an item. I have no money. I'm broke. Thank you for fixing that hidden block. I kind of needed that. Now let's get back on track, shall we? One of my beautiful, amazing wives. There you go. There you go, Blukes. You have several. You have like your own harem or something. Oh, man. Also, $73 for a beanie? That's crazy. That is a lot of money for a beanie. Better be good quality, though. Like, I know when something's a little bit more expensive, you're paying for the brand. You know? Like a t-shirt. Like a little kid's t-shirt. I can buy, like, a generic design t-shirt for, like, $3. Like, I can buy a generic t-shirt for Riley for, like, $3. But if I want to get her, like, Princess Peach, Bluey, Mickey Mouse, if I wanted to get those, it's up to, like, $5, $6. So it's like you're paying for the name, essentially. But it's like, if your kid loves Mickey Mouse, you better get the Mickey Mouse. So, still, I have also seen clothes that are upwards of like $10 and all it's on it is like Mickey Mouse and it's like, dude, what the hell? Gotcha. That would make sense. If it's Goku hair, then that kind of makes sense as to why it's that much. But it still better be good quality. Machine made, $73 is insane, but handmade, I can understand the price. This minigame comes from Mario Party 2? Yes. Want to nap so badly, but I have to finish working. Born to nap, forced to work. Alright, Mario, Peach, Yoshi, Mario. Oh. Peach, Yoshi, Mario, Mario. But yeah, Honeycomb Havoc comes from Mario Party 2. The more you know. This was brought in Superstars, I believe. Okay, good. Mario, you saved me. Now meet your doom! Mario, you dumbass. You could've lived. You could've lived, buddy! Okay. Wario... Peach, Yoshi, Wario... Peach, Yoshi... think I'm okay? Yeah, we're good. We're good. Goodbye, Yoshi. The famed fuck you Yoshi jump, but it's just the last sentence. Okay, Peach, Wario. Peach, Wario. Alright, we're good. Boop! We've done it! We have done it! I'm so smart. Look at me go. Look at me go. I posted a TikTok today because I go through these bouts of wanting to post more on TikTok, but then feeling unmotivated to actually edit the clips that I have. Because I have, there's a site that I go to that kind of changes, my clips to a, vertical format. So I have a handful of clips in vertical format ready to go, but, like, I get real lazy when it comes time to, like, actually, like, edit them onto TikTok. So I did one of them last night, so I posted on TikTok. It was, like, the beginning of Banjo-Kazooie. It was when I, jumped off the bridge by accident. It was a funny moment in the beginning of the game. But like, I go through these bouts of like, and another reason why I feel unmotivated to post the TikToks is I was posting somewhat regularly for a while, and then I just kind of stopped for a few reasons. For one, for me personally, I feel like I wasn't like creating the best content that I could, and there really wasn't much like clips that I could really pull that I think would make good TikToks at the time. So I didn't really like pull anything, or it's like I made the vertical format videos, but I just never got around to editing them because it's like, I don't think this will do well, and I would like talk myself out of it. So I stopped posting for a long while. And then when I started posting again, they kind of don't do as good as they used to. So it's like, whatever. Also, the clip of, that I posted of the Rambi, my dreams of Rambi are ruined, that got muted. The audio to that got muted for like whatever reason. Get away from me. No, get away from me. Yeah, the audio to that got muted for whatever reason, because, like, the excuse they gave was it, quote-unquote, violated community guidelines. Where are we going? I didn't even know where we were going. So, apparently I violated the community guidelines and I got my TikTok muted. So that was fun. And I had no idea till, like, a month or so after I had posted it. So there's that. And, but I'm like, you know what, if I'm gonna post it, I need to just post it. You know, I shouldn't be, like, scared to, like, post content somewhere. So I need to just do that. So I'm like, you know what, let's just do it. Get the funny clips, find clips that just make you laugh out loud. They're so funny. And it's like, alright. Bruh. And it's like, alright, we're gonna post TikToks. We're gonna do it. 100%. And, I posted a TikTok today, and I feel proud of myself. I'm losing the battle. I must nap. BRB. Alright, you go nap nap. You go nap nap. So, but I've got a couple of Banjo-Kazooie clips lined up. I've got a clip from Mario Party 2. That's really funny. And I have a Banjo-Tooie clip too. So I think it's just so funny. And I think when we play more of Banjo-Tooie, we're gonna get some real funny moments because to remind you guys, I'm playing Banjo-Tooie for the very first time, so everything is a genuine reaction. Legit first playthrough. Like, completely blind, I don't know anything about Banjo-Tooie. And already, we have had some really good reactions. So funny. So funny. Goodbye, Yoshi. Oh. There goes Mario. Pink and purple. Huh. Nope. No, 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 get out of there, get out of there, no! Wario, Wario, what the fuck? Bitch. Wario's just being so mean to me. Like, he's just so relentless. Like, stop it. What turn are we on? 25. Okay. So I think after this turn, because I try to stop it halfway, sometimes it just doesn't really end up that way. But we're gonna try to stop it after this turn, go halfway, and take our break. Hello. That way. That away. But also, thinking about like camping trips and stuff, going back to earlier. I'd only really been on one other quote-unquote camping trip that that I would remember, that I wasn't like a real little kid for, probably. It got ruined by like one person because they had to have their partner there with us. Had to, absolutely had to. It was 100% required. And so we spent most of that camping trip going to pick up their significant other and coming back. We didn't even get any time at the lake at all. So, and this was like 11 years ago. So, because like my family went on a trip and my parents are all like, you know, the more the merrier. And, you know, they invited my, you know, Vegeto's family, who was, you know, boyfriend at the time, but like, you know, they were invited and everything. So, yeah, but, yeah, they were like, I have to have my partner with me. They have to be here. You know, like, oh, they just got off of work, let's go get them. And it's like a 3-hour trip. It's like, dude, you're really making us go all the way back for one dude, and you don't even stay together anyway. Crazy. Just got back from camping trip? Nice. Nice. Yeah. Crazy. Like, looking back on it, yeah, they definitely ruined that trip. 100%. But again, it was 11 years ago. So... oh, Wario's got it. So it's like, you know, it's in the past. And like, this one didn't necessarily get like ruined. Bitch! So I can get punched in the face and they would steal my stuff. But when I punch them in the face, it's not a good, really? Like, this camping trip sure had a lot of mishaps, for sure, but it wasn't near the mishaps that that last camping trip had, so I'm very thankful for that. And it's like, even despite all the mishaps, it was pretty fun, and it's like, even with all the mishaps, it could have been a lot worse. It 100% could have been a lot worse. So it's like, we're all very thankful that it wasn't any worse than it was. It's like, yeah, we ran out of gas on the water while going tubing, but there's a bunch of other people out there on the water. They're all really, really nice, and I'm sure any of them would have been more than willing to help us get back to the dock. And the group that helped us, they're like, oh, we've been there before. We've had boat troubles and we were stranded out there, but we've had people come and help us. So, you know, it's just one of those things. It was so crazy. Was it camping, or did y'all have a cabin? For this weekend, my in-laws had a camper that they brought up there. So, I know they had a camper and they also had a tent. So, and they had a specific spot. It's like, we should get a cabin next time, for sure. For sure get a cabin next time, because I can't. I'm not outdoorsy at all. I can't do it. Like, give me a full-blown cabin, please. I don't mind hanging out outside, but just give me the cabin. Just give me the cabin. Like, either a cabin or like a full-blown RV. Like, give me either of those things. And it's like, I'm not hating on the camper that my in-laws had. Like, is it the best of the best top line? Not really. But it's not like the worst of the worst either. Oh, shit. I didn't hit the button in time. I no thoughts, head empty. So, yeah. But then, like, the Saturday we were there, all of us piled into, my in-laws' camper. Because, again, there was a situation that happened, nobody's fault. The situation, not anyone's fault, not really related to the camping, but it's something I can't really talk about because it's not my, my story to tell. But something happened, and, we're like, you know what? Let's all pile into the camper. Because there were kind of beds on the opposite sides. So my mother-in-law and father-in-law were on one side. Me and my husband were on the other side. And we can create like a third bed out of like the benches in the camper. So we did that. So, in-laws were on one side, me and my husband were on the other, and then the kids, Allie and Riley, and my niece. So there's 3 kids. 2 10-year-olds and a 4-year-old shared a very tiny spot, and Allie ended up on the floor because she got, I think, shoved off because my niece is a very wild sleeper, and so is Riley. So, yeah, it was a rough night. It was a very rough night that night. And then the Sunday we had was crazy on the way home. Yeah, it took a long time to get home for something that should have been like 4 hours. But we're gonna take our break right now. We're going to get up, stretch, go to the bathroom, grab a snack, do whatever it is you need to do, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back. There we go. We are back. And hello, Johnny. Hello, welcome in. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Excuse me for the first little bit, because, instead of the usual fruit snacks, I opted for a different snack. There's no fucking... Yeah, I can. They're just gonna steal everything, because of course, right? I opted for a different snack, because I mentioned, we ordered pizza on Sunday when we got home. And, there's some leftover pizza crusts. So that is what I'm eating for my snack. Leftover pizza crust. It makes for a pretty good snack, I think. Pizza crust. And it's stuffed crust. Pizza crust. So it's the best. Because there's two kinds of people out there, right? Those who eat their pizza crusts and those who don't. Guess which one I am and which one I married. The green one. It's always the green one. Nice. Bro, I'm jealous. Get you some pizza. But yeah, like, it's not that my husband refuses to eat the crust. He'll eat the crust on very rare occasions. And, but like 9 times out of 10, he will not. And he usually puts the crust over to my plate. But sometimes, when, we have like leftover pizza, I usually put the crusts, in the box with all the rest of the pizza. So that way I have like some pizza crust as like a snack. So that's what I'm eating right now. Not even gonna bother moving. I used to hate pizza crust now. I used to hate pizza crust, but now I eat it. But it depends on the place I get pizza from. Gotcha. Gotcha. And my dad was the one who never ate pizza crust. He never did. And it always like baffled my mom. I was like, how could you not eat the pizza crust? Like, how could you? Like, that just seems so crazy. And I'm like, yeah, Dad, how come you don't eat the pizza crust? And then I married a guy who doesn't eat the pizza crust. So, especially stuffed crust. Love stuffed crust. I know a lot of people shit on Pizza Hut pizza, but it's what I grew up on. Because small towns typically only have, like, the only pizza place available is a Pizza Hut. I mean, fun fact. The very first Pizza Hut was in Wichita, Kansas. Fun fact. I mean, White Castle also started in Wichita, Kansas, but there's no longer a White Castle in Wichita, Kansas, which is so funny. But there's plenty of Pizza Huts around. But I grew up, I remember when stuffed crust was like first introduced. I remember. I also remember the cheesy bites when they first introduced those. Those were good. Depending on the pizza, I like eating pieces off the pizza crust while I eat the pizza. You know, that's totally fair. And like, my husband's one of those, like, depends on the crust and depends on if he has like dipping sauce. Because he's more apt to eat a crust if there is like sauce to dip his crust in. If there's not, he won't eat it. So, but like, yeah, I'm gonna eat the whole freaking piece. I will never eat the crust off of a thin crust. I do not like thin crust pizza. I just don't. It's not my thing. I think that's good right there. So, do you like deep dish? I don't know if I've really gotten it very often. I mean, yeah. I think the only, like, kind of pizza crust I don't like, or, like, kind of pizza I don't like is, thin crust. But it's like, I'll eat it, but I won't eat the actual crust part. That's, like, the only time I won't touch a crust, is thin crust. I would much prefer stuffed crust, or, like, hand-tossed. Or even pan, but not thin crust. I remember Pizza Hut Gold Crust. Ooh. I haven't gotten deep dish or thin crust very often. To decide if I like it. Yeah, that's fair. Kind of the same. Like, I would like to try all kinds of different pizzas and stuff. But yeah, having leftover pizza crust makes a really good snack. So my husband not eating the crust definitely helps. It's beneficial at times like this, because I'm like, you know what? Because I don't really feel like fruit snacks. I'm like, you know what? This sounds good. And it'll get eaten that way. Hello, sausage. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you for the hydrant and the posture check. Let me finish my bite, and then I will get that hydrate. Alright. I'm a mess, 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 mess. I'm a mess, 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 mess. I'm a mess in distress, but we're still the best. Dress fearless, say yes, we don't dress to impress. Alright, and the posture check. Ugh! My back popped. Oh! Shit! My, controller was sitting on my leg, and I went to, like, stretch my back, and it, like, slipped off my leg and hit my mic. So that's what that was. Achoo! Nice! Whoa! Whoa! Nice! Punch the mic. No, it was the controller. What is the controller? Now my pizza crust is done. But I'm still chewing on it. Don't talk with your mouth full, kids. It's dangerous. Ah. Mario, what are you doing? You had 2 beats, bro. You had 2 beats and you couldn't do any of them? Bruh. Their anniversary is Xenoblade 3? Yeah! Finish! That's right! I remember Xenoblade 3. If we talk about Xenoblade 3 enough, do you think Blue would wake up from her nap? Because I was spending time with my husband, I didn't really... And also, Friday was busy, so I didn't get to watch, like, the last, like, couple Blue streams, because I know she's trying to finish Xenoblade X. What item do I have? I have a warp block. Ooh, yeah, that's right, the multiplying toads. I will save it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's a... I don't know if that's the real one, though. That's the thing. I mean, I can try, I guess. But yeah, dang it! I never know what the... I never know what the tell is. I think there is a tell, but I can never remember what it is. Anyway. I was, like, kind of skimming through the VODs just to see, just to, like, get her reactions on things. Because she was, finishing up chapter 12 on Friday of Xenoblade X, and like I've seen the whole gameplay because I watched my husband play it. Like I am not to that point in my own playthrough, but I have seen the whole gameplay, and I just wanted to see like her reactions to stuff. So I was kind of skimming through her VODs from you know, from Friday and yesterday, and I was just kind of skimming through it just to kind of see where she was in the story in particular. And I did catch a lot of the end was just her going through Xenoblade 3 stuff. I'm like, you know what? That checks out. That checks out for her. But yeah, I remember they unveiled it, Xenoblade 3 at the Direct. Mentioned the release date was September of 22. But then they upped the release date, which was crazy. They upped it from September to July. And it's like, yo! Crazy. And I remember picking it up day one at Target. I want to say was where I picked it up, because it was the only place that had it on the shelf. Everywhere else didn't have it. They're like pizza rolls and pizza bites and pizza pockets and pizza chips and gummy pizza candy. Pizza candy, sure, but like pizza rolls, not really a fan of. Never really had. But like, I mean, I do love pizza. I do love pizza. Pizza's great. Only way to find out Blue wakes up. Went to GameStop for a copy. Nice. I probably could have gone to GameStop for it. But it's like, I'm gonna look at Walmart and Target, and Walmart didn't have one. Walmart didn't have a copy of Xenoblade 3. But Target did. Nice. So I got it at Target. Because, I mean, of course, we're Xenoblade fans. Of course we're gonna get the newest Xenoblade game on launch. Of course we are. Because, dang it. Oh, I hit them. Nice. Because Xenoblade 1 is my husband's favorite game of all time. We both enjoyed 2. I really enjoy the gameplay of 2. The gameplay of 2, I think, is the funnest. But I think to really, overall, get that take for sure is playing through 3 again. I would probably have to personally play through 3 again to really determine what style of gameplay is the funnest for me. But, like, I enjoyed playing through 2. 2 is great. And it's like, between the 3 Xenoblades, 1, 2, and 3, not counting X at all, just 1, 2, and 3, 1 has the best story overall, 2 has the best gameplay, and 3 has the best of both. And with Xenoblade 3, you can play it without playing the first 2 games, and like you can understand the story perfectly fine. There's a lot of nuances that you won't be able to understand without having at least some knowledge of the first 2 games. But let's use it. But you don't have to play the first 2 games to understand 3. You will, however, need to play 1 and 2 and also the DLC stories to play and understand Future Redeemed, because you absolutely have to have some knowledge of the first 2 games to even like understand a lick of anything going on in Alright. Just loop around. So, but yeah, I will always recommend the Xenoblade Chronicles games if anyone's looking for a really good JRPG, like action RPG with a really, really good story. And I've seen on Twitter, and I agree, kind of to an extent, but like here's my reasonings for this. I saw one. What's going around on Twitter is like that Flynn meme where like all the weapons are pointed at him and he's like all smirking. And it's like, what's a gaming opinion that has you like this? And there was one that said, not all RPGs have to be 100 hours long. You can have 30 to 40 hour bangers in RPGs and have it accomplish the same goal as 100 plus hours, which I agree. I agree with. And there are exceptions to the rule. There are exceptions to that. Where am I going? Because Xenoblade is an obvious exception. Because Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, and 3, easy, like 80 to 100 hours. Real easy. But there's enough content in the games that make it worth that 100 hours. There is enough content that makes it worth it. And I kind of exclude those because, one, not a whole lot of people really know about Xenoblade Chronicles in the grand scheme of gaming fans. And for two, I would say they're more or less just talking about unnecessary padding that takes you away from the story beats. And I saw someone mention like Persona's pretty bad about it. And I know the Persona games are really long, and I can kind of agree, because I've only seen a playthrough of 5, and I never even saw the end of it. Never saw the ending of 5, so I don't know how the game ends, but I've watched most of it. Played, and a lot does drag on, with Persona 5 at least, that I have seen. Again, and this is without me playing it. So I can kind of understand that one. But like, and with Xenoblade Chronicles in comparison, Xenoblade is as linear or as open world as you want it to be. And it's not like true open world by any means. Where it's open is once you get to an area, you can explore most of it on your own. Once you get there, you don't have to like follow the story beats. You can like pretty much explore to your heart's content once you get to a new area. Like, I know there's places that are closed off until like a certain point of the game, like in Xenoblade 1. But like for the most part, you can explore most of an area on the first go if you just run around enough. So, but if you're just so invested in the story, you can just stick to the guns and just follow the story beats and you're good. But like Xenoblade also encourages some side questing because like most RPGs, you get experience from combat. Xenoblade offers experience from side questing and other various things that are not just combat, which is really, really nice if you don't want to like just grind. You could just like get some side quests in and just level up that way. Xenoblade 2 does it really, really good, where it kind of stores your extra experience points you get from side questing. Because there's like regular experience you get from battles and that's usually counted. But then like there's like extra side quests and stuff you can do which kind of stores your experience points, so you can go like add that extra XP whenever you stay at an inn and like level up that way. So like there's different ways to do it, and 3 kind of carries that over. 1 was kind of bad about that because it didn't have that option until like expert mode where you can like set your levels or something, or that might be like a New Game Plus thing. That might be a New Game Plus thing, I can't remember. But yeah, like it definitely encourages side questing for sure, which is an alternative way to level up. But yeah, I highly recommend the Xenoblade games for sure. And like X is different. It's not wildly different, but it is different enough, and it's very aware that it is different enough. But I have enjoyed playing X more than I thought I was going to. But yeah, I've enjoyed X a lot. And I even saw, before knowing anything about X, the beauty of Xenoblade Chronicles X isn't in its story, even though the story is pretty decent. I give the story a solid 7 out of 10. And I'll explain more about my thoughts overall on Xenoblade X later, but like the beauty of Xenoblade X is more in its world building, the exploration, the side quests, the characters. That's where the beauty is, and I am so invested in these characters. You know, like, I've totally forgotten the main story, honestly. Like, I keep forgetting things to do with the main story. But, like, that's the beauty of X. So it takes a lot of the beauty from, like, Xenoblade, but kind of reimagines it in a way. Because, like, X wasn't meant to be the mainstay of Xenoblade. It was meant to be kind of another, like, an offshoot of it, you know? Like a... Oh, shit, what's the... what's the term? Spin-off. And it's not really a full-blown spin-off, either. And it's not like a side story. Oops. Not bad. I could have played that better. But yeah, like, X is... yeah, X is more built in, like, exploration, world building, character arcs. So, and like, each character has like their own story, which is like really, really freaking cool. And I'm like so invested in these characters and their own individual stories that I completely forget the main quest exists. So... I have more wise words than just run around in circles, run around in circles. I have more wise words than that. I'm always getting the warp blocks, man. At least it's something. Oh, what do I do? Thank you. So. That's the only one I remember. I mean, Run Around in Circles is pretty memorable. It's a whole freaking song about it. But yeah, I will never not recommend the Xenoblade Chronicles series as a whole. I will never not recommend it. And it's like, a lot of people say like, oh, I don't have enough time to play, you know, to play a 100-hour JRPG. I mean, if you kind of set your time just right, I almost dropped my controller again. I almost hit the mic again. If you, like, you know, kind of schedule your time a little bit and, like, set aside, like, a few hours, like, a day or a week or, you know, whenever you got, like, days off and, like, you have the time to do it, like, schedule, like, a set time to do it, you know? So, like, there's plenty of time, you know? So, but yeah, you'll never catch me not recommending Xenoblade Chronicles. It's such a good game, such a good story. Such a good story. Boop. One, two, three. Alright, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Why? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What? Why did I suck so bad at that one? Huh. Hello, Sylvia. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Spent 2 hours cooking, meal prepping for the week, sat down without my food, had to get back up. Oh, I feel that. I feel that so much. I am in a bad spot. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't have money. But I can get some money. Steal from Wario, because I can. I feel that. I kind of had that moment sitting down as the break ended, because I mentioned, instead of the normal fruit snacks, I got leftover pizza crust, and I sat down with it, and then I realized I needed to do a couple of other things before returning to stream. I'm like, well, crap. So I had to get back up to do a couple things. But how are you doing, Sylvia? How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing great. Came back from a camping trip at the lake Sunday, and tired. What a trip. What a trip. Doing pretty good? Awesome. Awesome. Good to hear. What is happening? I'm not involved, so we're good. Oh, man, my shoulders are still very sore from the lake. And I want to say most of my soreness was from tubing on Saturday. That's where most of my soreness is probably from. Cause, yeah, TLDR, we went to the lake this weekend. Went tubing on Saturday, and then, the boat proceeded to run out of gas. And we were quite far away from the dock. But, we had someone tow us in, and everything's great. I say that as so many mishaps happened over the weekend. And, it was quite the adventure. Nice. So, and then Sunday on the way home, what should have taken at least 4 hours, 5 hours tops, depending on how long we stopped at the other lake to go fishing. We took a very long time to get home. Because we left at it's like 3 hours from the lake to home. And we stopped at another lake on the way to go fishing, because the one we were at didn't have fishing for adults. So, we had to stop. To get some fishing in, we had to stop at a different lake and go fishing there. We were there for an hour, a little over an hour. Then we stopped there for a little bit, and then, you know, home. That was supposed to be the plan. But then, my in-laws' vehicle, started getting a flat tire, and, that tire was very stubborn and stayed on. They could not get the tire off. Wario is in the best position, honestly, but... So we had to run to the nearest town, which was like 40 minutes away, go to Walmart, get a tire plug kit, come back out to where my in-laws were, plug the hole in the tire, air it up enough so they can get home, and then actually go home. So we left at like 10 a.m., or like almost 10 a.m., and we didn't get home till like 6:30 Sunday night. We were exhausted, and it's like, you know what, let's just order pizza. Because pizza sounds good, so hence the leftover pizza crust. So, yeah, it was quite the trip. Fun memories. Pizza is good. Pizza is good. Yeah, and I said earlier, there are two kinds of pizza. Two kinds of people out there. There are the people who eat their pizza crust and those who don't. And if I'm eating leftover pizza crust, it's like, guess which one is me and which one is my husband. I am not very good at this. Wow, I did not... Okay, that's fine. And pizza crusts are basically breadsticks, so yeah. And like the best pizza crust is the stuffed crust. That's the best, and that's what we have left over of, because when we usually get pizza, we usually get like a large stuffed crust, half cheese, half pepperoni. That's usually what we get. The cheese half is mine, the pepperoni half is my husband's. And 9 times out of 10, he doesn't eat the pizza crust. If he's really, really hungry, he will, but like more often than not, he won't. So usually what ends up happening is when he finishes his pizza, he will usually put the crust over on my plate. So it's like, okay, whatever. And I usually put the leftovers in the box with the other leftover pizza. And it's like, I can heat it up in the microwave for like, I heated mine up for about 45 seconds. Depends on your microwave. You can heat it up for a little bit and it makes a great snack. So, oh, I fuck with stuffed crust. I love stuffed crust. I love it so much. It's the best. Stuffed crust is the best. I don't understand why my husband doesn't eat it very often. It's so good. But also I noticed when our kids were eating pizza as well, I've noticed some patterns with the two of them. Because Allie is Daddy's little buddy. Riley is Mommy's little buddy. And it's kind of evident with the way they eat pizza, because Allie will not eat the crust. She ain't picky, she just doesn't eat the crust. You know, it's fine, whatever. She probably just doesn't see any value in it. You know, it's just whatever, you know, she doesn't eat the crust, which is totally fine. I don't care, you know, as long as she eats. But then Riley ate the pizza and the crust. It's like, It's like, well, that's my kid. Doesn't look like me, but she is my kid. Didn't eat crust when I was a kid. Only started in late high school. Gotcha. And like, I know eating habits change over time too, for sure. Mine kind of changed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think I'm good. We like food. We do like food over here. Okay, I counted him at the very end and I counted 13, so I think I won this. But yeah, it's like, well, I am a picky eater, yes. I get made fun of a lot. I've heard it all. It's fine. But it's like, there are some foods that I wouldn't have even thought that I would eat when I was a child, that I wouldn't even thought to have touched when I was a kid, that I eat now. But it's like, it's still kind of quote-unquote bad. But it's like, I do eat more now than I did when I was a kid. And at least like more variety of things. But like, I'm still not great at it. And it's one like going out to eat at places. That one is kind of rough. Because it's like, I don't want to try something new when I don't know if I'm gonna like it. That's kind of how I feel about it. Like, most places will offer something that I will eat, and I can always, like, you know, like, hey, can we, like, not do this? Like, if I'm getting a burger somewhere, I usually ask for it, like, just plain, nothing on it. Like, cheese, of course. Like, I will get a cheeseburger, but just plain, no pickles, no lettuce, tomato, ketchup, mustard, no nothing. No, nothing. I just want it, just the patty and the cheese and the buns. That's it. Because, like, I like cheeseburgers. But also, like a month or so ago, My siblings did not know I eat at Taco Bell. Granted, I eat the chips and cheese at Taco Bell. They used to be 99 cents. Now they're like $3. And it's like, what the heck happened to you, Taco Bell? But yeah, like, my siblings had no idea I ate at Taco Bell until I mentioned it like a month ago in the group chat. They had no idea. I eat less when I was a kid, but more variety. Yeah, more variety, for sure. Even though I eat a lot of mac and cheese. I ate mac and cheese for lunch. Mozzarella. I haven't had mozzarella sticks at home in a long time. I just stopped getting them after a while. I do get tired of food. That is a common misconception. I do get tired of food, but it takes me a long time to get tired of food. Nope. Haha! Gotcha. Violence on the side of the cheeseburger? No, but there's fries. There's fries. The last time I had a cheeseburger at a restaurant was the weekend before my birthday. We went out to a place Friday evening and did some grocery shopping because there was like a big wrestling weekend that weekend, so we went Friday. And it kind of counted as an early birthday dinner, which was nice because we all hadn't went out to eat like that in a long time. So it was nice, and I had a cheeseburger. It was delicious, and this place had waffle fries. Like waffle fries, man. So, but I feel like pretty positive that if I were to go to a restaurant with my siblings and order a cheeseburger, they would look at me like, who are you? Because I never would have done that as a kid. Mozzarella sticks wouldn't surprise them at all. But if I were to order a cheeseburger, like hell would freeze over. Like, mozzarella sticks, mac and cheese, and chicken strips, whatever, that's typical Tessa. But like a cheeseburger, it would be the end of the world as we know it. Sorry, I had to blow my nose for a second. Let's use it. I didn't see how much money I have, though. How much money do I have? I have money. I ain't going many places, but we're going somewhere. But yeah, yeah. I mean, again, I've heard it all as a picky eater. And there's some things that I definitely would not have tried as a child. But I've tried stuff now. And, you know, I like it. Oh, no. I should not have done that. I should have paid more attention. Because he rolled pretty high. I'm losing all my money. All the money I earned in that battle minigame. Yep. Also, since we're in Spaceland, I've griped about this once before, but I'm going to gripe about it again because I haven't done so in a minute. You see this Bowser laser? It fired, right? And it hit me. But if you've noticed, the Bowser laser doesn't go off if there's nobody in the pathing of it. That's totally so smart, right? But in Superstars, it just goes off no matter what. Once the counter reaches 0, it just goes off, and it's like, darn, I didn't hit anybody. It's like, no, Bowser, you're smarter than this. Why are we being so dumb? Like, Bowser, are we for real? Why do they dumb you down so bad? Like, I swear, they made a... There are some decisions in, like, remakes or bringing old stuff back that they really, quote-unquote, dumbed it down. Because I have this gripe in TTYD Remake, too. Because whenever you upgrade your party members with Shine Sprites in Rogueport with Merlon, in the original, if you don't have enough Shine Sprites to power someone up, or nobody can be powered up anymore, Merlon says, then you may go. If there is nothing more for you to do, he will say, then you may go. Indicating there is nothing more for you to do there. Nothing more, nothing less. You know, nothing to do. You're free to go, do whatever, get more Shine Sprites. You know, continue the story, get another party member, you know. But in the remake, he just continues to give you options on what you can do, even though you either don't have enough Shine Sprites or no more party members can be powered up. So it just gives you the option to go through that menu, and there's like nothing for you. And it's like kind of dumb how it was so perfect beforehand, but they couldn't even be bothered to kind of implement that again. It's like, are you for real? Why are we dumbing things down? Why are we doing this? It was perfectly fine before. The then you may go, it indicates to the player that, oh, no more things can be done here. So we're just gonna go and be on our way. But in the remake, it just keeps giving you the menu, even though you literally cannot do anything. And it's so baffling to me. That's one of the little nitpicky things, because I love the TTYD remake. They did a really good job with it. Like, if someone's new to the game, I would recommend the remake for sure, because it's easier to obtain, and it is pretty fun, and it looks amazing. But, like, if you want to play the original, go for it, you know? I'm not gonna gatekeep one or the other, you know? I'll play either or. It's like Wind Waker. I know they changed a lot in Wind Waker, but I played the original recently. And, I had a lot of fun with the original. You know, and I didn't mind the big old Triforce hunt. You know, but, like, if someone new to it is playing it for the first time, it's like, yeah, go play HD. But I will say Twilight Princess HD is, like, the definitive way to play, because there's not much changed integral to, like, the story beats and, you know, things within the game itself. But, like, there's just enough quality of life changes where I find it more worth it to play HD. So, but Wind Waker, I'm like either or, honestly. The art style holds up. My whole thing with Twilight Princess HD... Not Twilight Princess HD, Wind Waker HD. The lighting choices they made kind of make the game look bad. The models look kind of weird, in a way, with certain lighting decisions that they've made. Most prominently when you obtain an item that makes the big glow with the light and really harsh shadows, it does not look real great. It doesn't look real great with like the thing. I don't know where I'm going with that. Double Cover Gamer, hello, hello! Coming in with the raid, hello! I don't know if Sylvia is still here. If you got any mods around, can we get a shout out? If not, I'll do it. I'm here, okay. Like the backslash shadow would be great. I want to. I don't know. I haven't had the clip player in a while. Are we gonna work? Or did I delete that? Ah! I wasn't paying attention. It's fine. It's fine. I guess my shoutout's not gonna work. Let me actually, let's just do that. It's fine. We're just gonna get rid of that. It's fine. I meant to. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing really broke, so we're good. It just didn't want to play. I'll figure that out later. It's fine. No worries. No worries. It's all good. But hello, Cobra. Hello, hello. Welcome in. And hello, Raiders. Welcome in. My name is Tessa Jane. I'm a variety streamer, and today is Mario Party 2. We're just playing Mario Party 2, coasting along, as I have talked about my weekend camping. Well, yeah, here we are. How's Mario Party going? It's going pretty good. Just mindlessly going about it, as I usually do. Yeah, I'll figure out. I summon Stone Cold in attack mode, playa. Nice. You activated my trap card. That's all good. I need to figure out shadow players and stuff again. I need to figure that out. Give me this, please. Thank you. Went to a retro game store last week. Found your release. Found Mario Party 5. Did ya? Did you find Mario Party 5? I think I mentioned last time I played Mario Party, it's like, you can't pay me enough to play that game again. Like, willingly play it again. Like, unless I did some kind of, like, weird challenge run, I don't know if I'll ever go back to Mario Party 5. Got stage, bam! We're a witch. I'm a witch. I'm a lover. I'm a child. I'm a bully. I'm a sinner. I'm a saint. I haven't heard that song in a very long time. I don't even like, you know, I just kind of know that chorus, I guess. Oh, I think Yoshi tried to swap with me, because I am the closest. To Lestar. Campfire, just tag you in Discord about it. Oh, that would have gotten a giggle out of me, for sure. I would have laughed like, And it's like, I don't care if people love Mario Party 5. I don't. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion, right? Even though I wish I was entitled to financial compensation for the emotional turmoil that it put me through, especially in the Gauntlet run last year. Ugh, with, like, only 2 boards in Mario Party 5 did not have any disk read error or game crash. Dang it. How dare you have an opinion on the internet? I know. Crazy. Crazy. Me? A woman having an opinion on the internet? Insanity. That is so insane. Kingdom Hearts? Ooh. Sealed? Nice. That's crazy. That is crazy. I know very little of Kingdom Hearts. I know very little. I'm kind of too intimidated by the story to try and pick it up because it's like, it's all over the place. There's so many games that are canon. There's like fucking, isn't there like a mobile game that's like canon to the story? And it's like, dude, what the heck? It's so crazy. And it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I could ever get into the Kingdom Hearts series. I don't think I could ever do it. The closest thing, I've seen some streamers play Kingdom Hearts, and I have seen a Let's Play years and years ago of Kingdom Hearts 2, but I never finished it. I only watched like the beginnings of the game. That's really it. But maybe one of these days I need to find some retro game store. Cause one of the greatest mysteries of this household is there's a copy of the Legacy, no, not the Legacy of Goku, no, like Dragon Ball Z, like Boo's Fury, a GBA game. My husband had it because he has Legacy of Goku 2 and Boo's Fury, but we can only find, or we cannot find his copy of Boo's Fury. He had pulled it out like one time, like years ago. Give me your money. Like, he pulled it out years ago, played it for a little bit, and set it down, and then it just, like, disappeared. It disappeared. Like, how does a GBA game just, like, randomly disappear? It's like, I know the carts are kind of small, but, like, we have plenty of GBA games floating around in many different places. But, like, we cannot find it. We've cleaned the place several times. We've rearranged our living room multiple times. But we cannot find this copy of Boo's Fury. We cannot find it anywhere. It's just missing. So, we're kind of thinking, like, man, we need to find another copy of it. Because, like, it's kind of upsetting when you just, like, lose a game. You just cannot find it literally anywhere. 24-hour Mario Kart 5 stream while sitting on a chair. You have to pay me so much money to get me to do that. My games disappeared too, and all my stuff. But yeah, it's like, how does a game disappear? And like, he said he wants to find it like by itself because apparently there was like a bundle with like Boo's Fury and a Dragon Ball GT game that he has, I believe. He played a little bit last night. Ah! What the hell? Wario pushed me off. I'm gonna blame him. Hashtag blame Wario. And like there was a bundle of like this Dragon Ball GT game and Boo's Fury. It was like bundled together, but like he wants to find it by itself because like one, he doesn't need it, and for two, like he needs to find like, you know, a legit copy of it, you know, by itself. Because again, like we have, and I would imagine here's what's probably gonna happen once we acquire another copy of Boo's Fury. We're gonna find the original copy of it laying somewhere arbitrarily. Like, we're gonna find it. I want to keep my money. So that's kind of the thing there. But it's like, again, how does it disappear? It comes up every time we like think about it for a second. And it's like we looked literally everywhere for it. Like literally everywhere, and we can never find it. Like we've looked on several tables, on shelves. Every single time we've cleaned and rearranged our living room furniture, we try to look for it and we can never find it. It just disappeared. It turned invisible. It grew legs and walked away. I couldn't tell you much else on what happened to it. I couldn't tell you. Well, there goes my money. Ugh, Mario, you bitch. Why are we doing this to me? Don't make me get rid of my money. That's so rude. Why would you ever do that? Ugh. But yeah, and now that I got my, you know, N64 working, because my husband bought me another N64 that works for our anniversary. It'd be really nice to find some, like, hard copies of N64 games. You know, maybe not some that require the expansion pack, because I don't have that. But like maybe it'd be really cool to find like an OG Ocarina of Time cart, or you know, like some Mario sports games, you know. And it's like, yeah, we have access to it on Switch Online, which is really, really nice. But it's like, you know, it'd be really cool. Be really cool. But like, I got most of the games I would ever want to play for the N64. But I've been playing Diddy Kong Racing. I mentioned, I think the last time I, you know, talked about playing Diddy Kong Racing, I was like stuck on Windmill Plains. And I played it again for a little bit the other day, and I did get past Windmill Plains. It was extremely tough because I'm on Adventure 2, and I'm doing the silver coin challenges in Dragon Forest. Now, I only really did enough to do like 3 out of the 4 tracks in Dragon Forest for silver coins, because I'm stuck on the Haunted Woods silver coin challenge. I'm stuck there. But I did get past Windmill Plains, and that took like almost an hour. But then Greenwood Village happened. Fucking Greenwood Village. And here's the thing. Oh, that's nice. Thanks, Yoshi. With Greenwood Village, in Adventure 1, Greenwood Village has the hardest silver coin challenge in the game. Like, that's my take. Hands down, hardest one in the game, period. Adventure 2 takes the entire all the tracks in Adventure 1 and mirrors them, and all of these silver coin challenges, all the silver coins are in different locations. They're in more out of the way spots, harder to reach locations. Nope. Go away. Go away. Nice. They're in harder to reach locations, like real tight corners, really out of the way spots. Greenwood Village, about what I expected, except for one. One silver coin was the problem child. And I feel so proud of myself because I did it with Conker, and I usually swap to Tip Tup because Tip Tup has like the best control out of like, you know, not TT. There's Mario, and there's Yoshi. Steal Yoshi's money. So, and I did it with Conker, and I usually swap the Tip Tup because Tip Tup has like really good control, and it's really nice for like Greenwood Village, the regular silver coin missions, because you can like get those tight corners and do everything. But like, I feel like I've gotten pretty skilled with Conker in a few ways, because I usually play as Conker in Diddy Kong Racing. But Greenwood Village, you know, a lot of them are about where I expected, kind of on the outside, on the tight turns, some in like corners here and there, you know, not too bad. But there's this one. So I'm gonna describe it for you. I'm gonna set the scene here. So, in Greenwood Village, you're in a little village, and then you're in a tunnel, and you pop out of the tunnel, and there's a little fork in the road. They're, you know, little tree trunk pathways. You know, it's like a little Y shape, right? You go one way or you can go the other. But they put a silver coin right between those pathways. So what you have to do, and this is what I did, you hit a boost coming out of the tunnel, because there's a boost there. You hit the boost, you launch yourself towards the silver coin, land on it, sharp turn to get out of that little alcove in that Y formation, sharp turn, and then sharp turn again to get back onto the road. Like, it's so stupid. That silver coin, that silver coin was so stupid. There we go. There we go, we got going. We got there. Should I play Mario 5? Yes? No, 8-Ball. I'm not gonna go with you, 8-Ball. No, I refuse. I refuse. Pay me money, and I will play Mario Party 5. How much money? I'm not gonna say. Is it mean of me? So what? I don't like Mario Party 5. But yeah, like, God, Groom Village silver coins. Oh, it was awful. Like, both Adventure 1 and Adventure 2 were bonkers difficult. It was so stupid. Boulder Canyon wasn't that bad. I did Boulder Canyon in about like 15 minutes. That one wasn't so bad. Once I learned where all the things were, it wasn't so bad. But Haunted Woods, that one isn't so bad either. It's just making sure I hit all the tight turns that I need to, get all the coins, and then keep up with the racers, pretty much. Where? Okay, it's still over there. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. It's totally fine. Do I ever know what I'm doing? Not really. I wish they made more Diddy Kong Racings. I know. I know they kind of remade it for the DS years and years ago. But it wasn't as good because, you know, Microsoft acquired Rare. They replaced Banjo and Conker with, like, Dixie and Tiny Kong, I want to say. And they added some tracks that just don't have as much life in them as the original Diddy Kong Racing. So, yeah, I would, and it's like, if we can have Banjo-Kazooie, oh, why are you out of my way? Oh, Wario's got it, okay. There. Yeah, if we can get Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, and like other Rare games on the N64, we can get Diddy Kong Racing. It is still my sleeper pick. 100% my sleeper pick for Switch Online. That would probably never happen, ever. But I love Diddy Kong Racing, and I want to stream it so bad. Like, yeah, there's been times where I'm stuck on races for like an hour, and a stream of Diddy Kong Racing might be just like 2 tracks. But, you know, it'd be fun, dang it, to show you guys the magic of Diddy Kong Racing. Where was... It was up here, wasn't it? Yes, okay. It's me and Mario against the world, baby. There's our question of the day. Any funny camping stories? Do you think anything will top, running out of gas in the middle of the lake? Running out of gas in the middle of the lake? Riley almost caught a turtle going fishing. Riley almost caught a turtle. It was neat. You know, on our way back, stopping at another lake and fishing, only to catch nothing. But then when we left, there was a fish that jumped out of the water right where Allie was fishing. It's like, dude, you really could have at least showed up to get on her hook. Like, really? That would have been so awesome if someone caught a fish. It was so rude. But it was also, like, really windy, too. And a lot of our casts were just not fantastic. Yeah, a lot of our casts were not real good. So, yeah, but it was real nice. It was like, it's been really hot out too, and me and my husband went to the pier, and I had flip-flops on, so I could just take off my shoes and just stick my feet into the nice, chill lake water, and it felt so good, especially on the hot day. Oh, it felt so good. So, like, that's really nice, just to kind of sit out there and fish. And it's like, I don't mind going fishing, because my dad loved going fishing, and he would take us kids out fishing sometimes. Anyway, standard last 5 turns procedures. All red and blue spaces are doubled, and if you land on the same space as your opponent, you get to duel them. And so, it is nice to go out fishing for a little bit. Maybe, it's like one of these days, like, we can just go out to a lake somewhere and just spend the day, not necessarily go camping, but just kind of take the day to, go fishing. And not spend the night anywhere. Because, yeah, I'm not outdoorsy at all. I'm not. Alright, the default is 50? That's insane. Alright. What do we got? Okay, 2. Yes! Nice. I looked at my clock, because my clock has seconds on it, and I tried to time it right. But thank you for your money. Ooh, I just took your money, you bitch. Thank you for the money. Oh shit! Welp! Yeah, Tessa. She took my money. Now what? Oh, that's so funny. Emotional damage. That's so funny. Yeah, the game really showed me. Oh, that's one of those things where I just can't help but laugh because I didn't even realize. Nice. Whoa! Ha, Mario. Now we both are broke. Ping, ping, double I get you, maniac. Frankenstein, shot him, got a maniac. Maniac, ha ha. Maniac. Maniac. Micha, that candy, sassy. Oh, that sucks even more. And then Yoshi swoops in and gets the star, as he should in that situation. I mean, I always talk shit. But also, look at Mario. He lost all his money, too, so ha-ha! I know what I'm doing. Everyone's losing their money. It's fine. We're all going broke. But also, you want to know what that duel did for me, even though I lost it right away? Gave me the coin star. See, I know what I'm doing. Wario, what? Every fucking time, I swear. Why do we do this? Why do they do this? I don't understand why the AI does this every time. Why do they always sandbag this when they drive? Why? Like, I would rather shoot torpedoes in Torpedo Target, and I would rather drive in Sky Pilots. Like, this is so stupid. They purposefully avoid the boosts. Dude. Ugh. Man, welcome back, Blue! You missed. You missed it. You missed it? You just missed it. It was really funny. Rhythm. I don't know what. 2, 1, 2. I don't know, man. You. How's it poppin'? How is it poppin'? Not very many people will understand that one. That loss was not my fault. Wario decided he was going to sandbag so hardcore and avoid literally every single boost. Probably to keep me at 0 money. Trollja boy! Oh, that's funny. Terrible about you! I was talking earlier about, because I think DA mentioned it's the 3-year anniversary of Xenoblade 3. And I'm like, you know what? Because I wasn't really in Blue's stream Friday and yesterday, so I'm like, you know what? Last night, because I had to stay up till 1 to help my husband wake up at 1 for work. I was like skimming through the VODs from those days. And just to see reactions to certain things in the story, and just to kind of see generally where she was in the story, where she was in the game. And from yesterday, I kind of scrolled past, seeing where she was in the store. It's like, all right, cool, she's there, awesome. And then, like, at the end of the stream, like, the last, like, half hour, it was just nothing but, like, looking up Xenoblade 3 stuff. I'm like, you know what? That checks out. That checks out. I whored him out. I saw that. I saw that. I'm not surprised. I will probably, you know, Bicep Brigade. Man, that's what I'm gonna do. Yep, Bicep Brigade. I mean, come on. Dorito Blade. A viewer discussing the Uniland ship. I think I talked about it once before. They're so sibling coded. Union lands are sibling coded. There's no question on that. They are extremely sibling coded. I remember, I can't remember what stream exactly it was, but somebody, I want to say it was Xenoblade 3, because it was, you know, topical with, you know, the characters and stuff. I want to say someone had come into chat and mentioned that they see Lance and Senna as siblings, and Lance and Uni are romantically involved. I'm like, no! Absolutely not! They are not! No! Lance and Uni are so sibling coded. 100% sibling coded, because, like, they bicker like siblings. They bicker so much like siblings. It's so funny. And also, I mean, and I get, like, the setting of the war, and most of Kevis and Agnes don't really understand romantic involvement or anything like that. They're just built as war machines, essentially. But also, it's like, how can you take a fucking bath with someone of the opposite sex and not even think anything of it? Like, dude, that is not any kind of romantic involvement whatsoever, because that's like at the beginning of the game. You know, because like after the battle, they're all back at their colony, and yeah, they're all back at the colony, and they're all, you know, washing off, showering, taking baths, and it's like, and like, Uni even, like, stands up, and, like, no one bats a fucking eye. Not even Lance. And it's like, dude, if there were any romantic feelings there at all, there would have been some kind of reaction. There was not. Dude, they're siblings. Honestly, they are so sibling coded, it's crazy. I know, that's why I know you would agree with me. I had the receipts to prove it. The first time they understand what love romance is within the context of the Ouroboros pairs. Exactly! Exactly! And I love Lance and Senna. I love them so much. They're my faves. There's my favorite. Because it's like, I think just with the depth of Lance and Senna, because in their minds, they're like, you know, we're just kind of the meatheads here, you know? It's what people expect out of us, and there's nothing more we can do other than just, you know, provide that for them. And it's like, I love them. Because they're so relatable for me. They're so relatable. Because, like, they have their insecurities. They have their insecurities, and it's like, they hide them from the others, because it's like, oh, you know, they have their own problems, so it wouldn't really matter. But like, man, I should play through 3 again, honestly. I really should. Long live the Bowser regime! Long live the regime of, shipping Lance and Senna. I love them. It's still... Yeah, I remember someone coming in and saying, oh, Uni and Lance are the romantic ship. No! They are not. They are 100% sibling coded. And that just drives me wild with some people and their ships. It's like, you're shipping people as romantic when they are 100% sibling coded. It is so insane to me. It is just crazy. It's like, tell me you don't get out much, or tell me you don't have siblings. Tell me you're an only child without telling me you're an only child. Because I feel like that is such an only child trait to have. It's like seeing any kind of friendly dynamic with a male and a female and immediately assuming, oh, they're romantically involved, when no, they're just siblings. Ah! Nice. I can't believe you pointed and laughed at me for going on an extensive Xenoblade 3 randomly to do the same thing. That's what best friends do, don't they? They make fun of each other for something that they would do. But like, for real, I probably should play 3 again. I probably should. It's been since 2022 since I have played 3. And my husband tried to play it again a few months ago, but then he just never had time to go back to it. But like, now he's like picked up 2 again, and we cannot figure out what pity group he's in. We cannot figure that out. It's so funny. It's so funny. He keeps pulling rare blades. He pulled Dahlia recently. Oh, and Dahlia's pretty rare in any group you pull her in. So that was funny. So, yeah, I think this is a sign. And like, not Dahlia. I know. Do your blah, blah, blah. Do your best friends get friends for free? Question mark. But I mean, also, we did meet through Xenoblade 3, if I remember correctly, Blue, because I raided you once, because I was playing 3 and you were playing 3. I'm like, you know what? They're playing Xenoblade 3. Let's go raid them. And there we go. I remember. I don't remember exactly where I was in the story, but I feel like I want to say you were like right before Juniper or something. I don't know. I'd have to like scrum through all my VODs to do that. That's just a lot of work. But yeah, maybe I should play 3 again. It's been a minute since I've seen like the whole story. And Xenoblade is always much more appreciated on repeat playthroughs. And that's with any of them. 1, 2, and 3 are much appreciated with repeat playthroughs. Even X. And I say repeat playthroughs just more on at least experiencing the story. and then going through it later and picking up all of the details, because Blue has seen the end of chapter 12. And there's one big spoilery detail that she has now experienced that going back to the beginning of the game with that knowledge, for me, things click and make so much more sense. Because there's lots of things here and there. And I'm like, yo, that makes so much sense. So, yeah. Huh. But I also know that Chapter 13 in Xenoblade X has kind of mixed reactions in a way. I won't go into detail of everything. It's the last turn. Nothing much is gonna happen. But like it's kind of one of those, people liked it, people didn't like it. Other critiques that I won't really get into until probably I finish it. But like, you know, it kind of ties things together in a way. But like, you know, it's, you know, Alabama have a thing. Yeah, I have to go now. Yes, undisclosed mystery reasons, of course. Of course, and I'm inclined to agree with you on that one, Blue, for sure. Alright. Now then, the final minigame. Let's pay attention. Shy Guy says. Shy Guy says. Anyone ever play Simon Says as kids? If the wrong person is Simon, they can be so evil. The Rock says. The Rock says, "Shut up, bitch." That's such a like great delivery on that line, honestly. It was a promo against like Triple H or something. It was like something, something, something. Shut up, bitch. Like just that inflection and the reaction right after was really great. Focus mode. Haha. But yeah, I know if I was ever in charge of Simon Says, I could be really evil with it. Because, you know, Simon says you have to do whatever Simon says. But if there's a direction without Simon Says, then, and you do it, it's like, oh, Simon didn't say. You know. Some of my YouTube started showing me Royal Rumbles from 25 years ago, so I've been watching them. Nice. I love Royal Rumbles. That's my husband's favorite match type. Big PLE pay-per-view. Whatever it is. That's like his favorite. Rumble's his favorite. And sometimes whenever, you know, Rumble season comes up, we start watching older Rumbles. Everyone but me. Love that. Love that. But yeah, love the Rumble season. And I forget what it's called, like Uncut or something. WWE released like this documentary on Netflix that kind of goes behind the scenes on like just kind of the ins and outs of the business. And it's kind of divisive in a way where there are people who are like, we don't want kayfabe to die. No one should know anything about the behind the scenes. But there's other people who are like, yeah, show us the behind the scenes. I want to know more about it. I want to know the ins and outs of it. I think it's pretty interesting. And I kind of fall into the latter half of that. It is I, the original Space Princess. Yeah, I fall into the latter half of that debate. And, cause like, getting into wrestling and learning more about it, it's 2025, and most grown adults know wrestling, like, it's scripted, predetermined, but like the moves and stuff they do are very real. So, but everyone's like, oh, wrestling's fake. And I was like, yeah, so is your TV show. So is Superman, you bitch. Oh yeah, you're gonna tell me wrestling's fake? Oh yeah, what about Marvel? Huh? What about Spider-Man? Nobody can shoot webs out of their hands. That's fake. It's like, but that's different. No, it's not. Like, wrestling is essentially... How I've always pictured wrestling is if theater kids and athletes, boom in the middle. Like that Venn diagram of theater kids and athletes, that middle part, those are wrestlers. I like kayfabe, but real locker room stories are just as interesting. Exactly. And it's like, you have to be like smart enough to like separate those things. And a lot of people in the IWC are not. And it drives me bonkers. Oh, I was one off. I was one off from the happening. But I kind of got on top and stayed on top. Nice. But also it's like, I've, you know, learned about wrestling enough. And it's like, I can... And it's like, when I watch shows, my initial reactions are always very surface level. I'm enjoying the ride. And then after the ride is over, then I look back retrospectively and kind of pick apart the behind the scenes stuff. It's like, I wonder what the decision process was, or it's like, I wonder, you know, how they're feeling after the match, what they're talking about, you know, stuff like that, or like how it all came together. You know, like that's how I think a lot of the times. Like, more people need to be along for the ride than just thinking critically all the time. It's like, it's okay to think critically about things, but, you know, it's not when you're just immediately shooting things down. So, I know me and my husband are gonna watch that WWE documentary because we were both very interested in that. So, we were both very interested. So we're probably gonna watch that when he gets home for the weekend. Friday will be more Banjo-Tooie. And then come back around to Monday's Xenoblade Chronicles. So, we're gonna go raid Royal Blue. She was here earlier, she's gonna play some Xenoblade X. If you do not want to see the very end of Xenoblade Chronicles X and do not want to be spoiled, you are free to leave. Because she is, like, very end. She'll probably beat Chapter 13 today if she kind of buckles down and does it. So... Let's do... This will only make sense to Blue for now, but let's do it. How's it poppin'? That'll be our raid message. It'll be great. It'll be fantastic. She'll understand. But yeah, we're gonna go to Road Blue. She's awesome playing Xenoblade X, and I know she's going to be, gone for a bit, so this will be her last stream for a fair bit. So we're gonna pop in, say hi, and hang out, because I haven't hung out in the Blue stream in a hot minute. So, tomorrow's Banjo-Tooie, Thursday Mario Party, Friday more Tooie, and Mondays are Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Tuesdays and Thursdays are Mario Party, and Wednesdays and Fridays are Banjo-Tooie. So thank you everyone for coming out and hanging out, and we will see you next time.